one and all, CamelbackTrading.org, coming to this Thursday morning, February 2nd, and we are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY, and the market digesting that huge move after the Fed announcement and press conference yesterday in very positive fashion, as we've digested the move either above or right below the base of the price probe, and certainly way above the price spike from A and B. So right now, very healthy where the market is trading for the bulls. Triple Qs, look at them. Facebook. I don't know who uses Facebook anymore, but Facebook is up $30 this morning. It's up 19%. So they knocked the earnings, they knocked the cover off the ball, but I wonder if it's more bottom line growth than top line growth. But regardless of what it is, it's propelling the NASDAQ higher, as you can see, as they're looking to possibly gap above yesterday's tremendous move. Russell, pretty much doing the same as the S&P, trading both right around the base of the price probe and inside of M's range. So, game plan for this morning, buyers are in control right now, right? We said by tomorrow evening, after the three big techs are out tonight and non-farm payroll, we hopefully will have a better idea if this move is sustainable and for real. If we stay out of the inside month to the upside, if we're able to come out of balance on the monthly. Somebody asked me a great question last night. You know, how much room do you give the monthly before you say it's up rather than just stretching the balance? It's very subjective to me. Remember, the balance is large. We'll go over that in a minute when we get to the monthly. So I got to give it a little time here. It's not a weekly or a daily balance. It's the longest time frame. So we'll go over that in a minute. But as far as the game plan here, well, again, for now until otherwise noted, you can start, you could look for longs on pullbacks, right? Now, we do have some overhead supply with all those single prints that we had from back in August of last year that are going to have to be taken care of. But again, as those become targets rather than something to lean on if you're a seller as time goes on. But for now, as far as these single prints and everything, I think they're still in play where buyers might reappear right now. Okay? So again, it depends on your comfort level as long as you have an out. You want to take a long against the base of the price probe, you can do that. Below it, you're out. You can then start your long again somewhere around L's low, again against these single prints. Now, the worst thing that could happen to the bulls is for this trend day to be taken back and we get acceptance into the low distribution for a couple of reasons. The price spike then would have absolutely failed. You're going to have value unchanged instead of higher at that point, so you'll be given back a lot. So bulls certainly don't want to see that. As far as a short play, again, we know the games that they play in the S&P. So again, there's still plenty of time prior to the opening, 75, 80 minutes. So if this is around the overnight range, can you take a short against the overnight high and yesterday's high? Sure you can. Now, it will be with higher value, but at least you know your risk. A couple of points above yesterday's high, and I would most likely get out. Unless you want to sit in it until, because those single prints in ES above yesterday's high, well, they're right there. It's a pretty large set of single prints that get filled. They start right above yesterday's high and they get filled at 87. But again, do you want to take $2 worth of heat inside of those single prints? The answer is probably not. So if they don't front run, right, the overnight high or yesterday's high, it shows you they are a lot more powerful still, the buyers, and I'd get out a couple of points above them yesterday's high then and reassess again to look for a short. So again, those are all early plays this morning. And then just on the chart, so this is what we're talking about. Here's the monthly. The monthly balance high to me is September's high, 411.73 in SPY. So yesterday we got above it by almost $2. But the balance itself, if that was the high, and I'll round it out to 412, and the bottom of the balance is last year's low of 348, that's a $64 balance. So just stretching the top of it by a couple of bucks, to me, isn't that powerful just yet. You want to get acceptance above it. Okay, so I'm definitely going to give it a little more breathing room to see if we can start getting over it. Again, I think tomorrow's close could be an important close depending on if we're able to hold all of these gains. The weekly for sure is very healthy. As you can see, we continue to one time frame up, and the daily came out of a 4-day balance to the upside. So keep in mind, this is where a lot of short players get in trouble. They're like, oh, this is a ridiculous move. It's too far stretched out. Think of the bigger picture. We just came out of balance on the daily. Is it stretched? Absolutely not. We're just coming out of balance on the monthly, the longest time frame. Is it stretched? Absolutely not. Now the weekly, can you say maybe it's getting stretched a bit? Possibly. But keep in mind those other two time frames are just as important. So don't think this market can't run much more to the upside if this inside month up begins to get legs. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.